I'm BBB, coming to you from station WBUG here at Bernheim Arboretum and Research Forest. Today we will be interviewing one of our new worker bees. She will be hatching here in just a few seconds.
Oh, wow.
Welcome, newbie.
Thanks.
You are at Bernheim
Wow.
Apiary, and this is your hive, and you will return here every time.
Wow.
We have 8 hives here at Bernheim, so don't get confused.
Okay.
Study the outside.
Gotcha.
I want to go over some very important and informative information that you should be aware of as a new worker bee.
Okay.
It is summertime, and you will be with us for about 6 weeks.
6 weeks. Gotcha.
If you have been born a little later, you'll be with us over the winter for 6 months.
Oh, darn.
Our colony is made up of a queen bee, several hundred drones, those are the males, and females, making up the balance of 20 to 80,000
Wow.
bees in our hive
That's right. Go
at
ladies.
any certain time. All right, now, your instinct tells you that you are a female bee.
Yes.
Yes, and you look the part.
Thank you.
Do you know what your role in our hive is to be?
Well, I have an intuition that I feel like a really strong urge to clean. So I think my first job is going to be to clean up all the cells in the hive and start feeding my brothers and sisters and the queen because she needs to eat too.
That is correct. You have been listening to your instincts.
Thank you.
I should point out, no pun intended, that you, as a female, have a stinger. The
Oh.
queen is the only bee that can sting more than once. So you have to be
Okay.
very careful when you decide to sting someone
Gotcha.
or something.
Why? What happens?
Well, you will die.
Oh.
Okay?
Yikes.
Now, think of some situations that you might get
Okay.
into that you need to sting.
To defend the hive and defend the queen and defend our honey.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Good for you. Now,
Okay.
besides housekeeping,
Mm-hmm.
feeding,
Yes.
eventually you will collect pollen,
Oh.
nectar,
Wow.
and make wax.
That sounds great. I love arts and crafts.
Oh, you are so clever. You are going to be great with our hive.
Thank
Now,
you.
do you are aware of some of the pollen that you would collect?
Well, I don't know much about it just yet because it's so far off in my lifespan. But I think that I'll get it from really brightly colored flowers.
Very good. What about trees?
Yeah, there are flowers on some trees, so I'll probably use those too.
All right. What about fields? Farmers' fields?
Yeah, I've seen flowers on some grasses and stuff.
All right. Very good. All right. Now, you have to communicate.
Okay.
You won't be using your voice.
Right.
How do you think you will communicate with your fellow bees?
Well, I notice everybody sort of has a certain smell, and I'm picking those up with bees. This must be like what a human uses a nose for.
Yeah.
And then I notice some of my fellow bees dancing at the door. Maybe they're telling the other bees they're making a map with their bodies to tell everybody where to go get the flowers.
You are fabulous.
Thanks.
All right. Now, your wings beat 200 times per second.
Wow, that's
What other
fast.
functions would they have besides helping you fly?
Well, I notice it's really loud in here, so the wing beating must be what's making all the buzzing noise. And then I also noticed some of my brothers, or not my brothers, just my sisters, because those guys are lazy, that they're cooling the temperature of the hive with their wings, and they're drying out the nectar that we have to make honey.
Oh, you have hit all the points.
Thanks.
Yes. All right. Now, rest is very important. And it is very important that you know where to rest.
Right.
When should you rest and where should you rest?
Well, I think probably at nighttime inside the hive.
That is the safest place.
Yeah, always good to sleep at home.
All right. Now, when you are foraging, can you think of some obstacles that you need to avoid?
Well, probably water. I don't want to drown. But I also need a drink every once in a while because it's summertime and it's hot out here. So avoid just being in the heat too much. And then predators like birds or people who don't know about me and just want to swat.
All right, one thing you really need to be aware of is pesticides.
Oh,
and we will talk about that at a later date.
Gotcha.
Welcome to our hive.
Thank
Newbie.
you.